Great game, really hard to nitpick, but I'm just proud of our team. I challenged them to come out better and start the game better. Just how we came out against Idaho in our first game was just not good or good enough. And so I think we set the tone there in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And, when anytime you've got your center diving on the floor for loose balls, and then we were tenacious, and I think we kind of threw the first punch theoretically, and we were just off to the races from there. So I thought our defense was really good, forced a lot of turnovers, which enables us to get out and run. So I'm really proud of our team, and it was a total team effort. Everybody played, everybody scored quite a bit, so minutes were balanced. All that stuff is good, and also really appreciate the chance to honor Veterans Day. And I come from a military family, and just a cool thing to. There's not much we can do as basketball players to help our armed forces and support them, but anything we can do to show respect, I'm all about. And so I was proud of that and honored to do that as well.
Okay, first question is, I feel like you and I have been coordinating the last 2 games. There was a great theme last time.
That's right.
Great.
That's right.
What are we wearing on Sunday?
We'll talk.
Okay. You mentioned about, the slow start against Idaho State, or Idaho.
Idaho, yeah.
Earlier in the week. This game last year was also a slow start, a little bit of an easy for you. What was the message heading into this game?
Well, we talk, and you've heard me say this, Michelle, but so much about process over results. So I don't care who we're playing at what point in the season. We've got to be better than we were the last game. And, we saw ourselves on film, and the players, we had 2 really good days of practice before this game, and they were locked in. And, I think what we have is a group that wants to be as good as they can be. So they're coachable. So we just made, some adjustments defensively and focused on a couple things that we have to do. And I don't think we made any mistakes on what we worked on at all today, which was great. But it was just more challenging them, less about who we're playing and what they're doing, and more about who we are and how we want to play on both sides of the ball. We were much more under control offensively. In the fourth quarter, we got a little kind of loose, but that can happen. It's hard to keep your foot on the gas, but other than that, I thought our shot selection was really good. So we just talked about that kind of stuff, moving the ball, and then just defensively being a lot better.
It seemed like the shots were falling a lot easier to be more on the last week. What were you kind of seeing out there?
I think what's super cool about when we play Utah basketball, when we play it for 40 minutes, that's the results we get, is those inside-out threes, or if they take away that, that's when our posts go to work. So I just think we really exploited that, and we knew that coming into this game. If we can play Utah basketball and make the extra pass and just make the extra pass, I honestly think was the key, and that's where I found myself. I ended up getting those extra passes, which I just got to do my job and knock those down at the end of the day. So the team did a great job of working the ball around.
Oh, really? That counts.
It's a long time.
We didn't keep stats before '99. That's awesome, and that's a great job. It's something to be proud of. I think we were just tenacious, and again, it takes all 5 people on the court to create turnovers like that. Everyone's got to be busting their tail. We've only got 10 people in uniform, and all 10 were dialed in and flying around. So, we also took some charges. That was great. Those are turnovers. Jenna had 3 all by herself. A 4th one, if you ask me, but it wasn't called. But anyways, just I'm really proud of our defense. But to Kennedy's point, we wanted to play Utah basketball, which is that kind of sounds dorky, but we are not built like a 1 or 2-headed monster. We're great when we are moving and sharing the ball, and everybody plays a part, and that's what we're about. There's no superstar or somebody that, if they don't, shoot 20 times, we don't have a shot. So if you look even at our shot distribution, everybody played a role, and that's what we're about. And like you said, when we play that way, the results are evident. 97 points.
Would you say you learned, you mentioned you were from a military background, from being around these kinds of people your entire life, and you bring it to coaching?
I like that question. I think just respect, one thing, respect everybody. Discipline, in terms of, the basic thing, discipline of doing what you say you're going to do, and the commitment piece of, be who you are and say, do what you say, that kind of thing, just being consistent, and then definitely work ethic. And I know I just have so much respect for those that serve, and the tenets of what it takes to be in the military are in a much, much, much less serious tone, but it's very similar to being a part of a team in terms of sacrifice and all that stuff. So it's a major fabric of who I am, and I try to coach that way too, be as consistent as possible, be as disciplined and reliable.
You have a game coming up on Sunday. I know this game went really well. What are you thinking, at least early on, that you want to clean up heading into your second game on Sunday?
Well, we're gonna, as we always do, we'll celebrate the wins. So we'll celebrate today, and then we'll get, we have a scout ready to play on Sunday, and we'll get the players ready tomorrow for it. I think the biggest thing right now when you come off a game like this is to not relax or not think, oh, we've arrived, or to get, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance is bad. And so I think just staying hungry, and again, about process. We've got to be better, and there's things I'm sure we didn't do perfectly. I mean, I can think of a few things rotation-wise and just even offensively. We had 11 turnovers. Some of those were just kind of forced, but continuing to play fast, under control. There's definitely things we can get better at, but I think the biggest thing we have to do is just to make sure our mentality is right, that our focus and our hunger for getting better maintains.
And that would just add, going into the locker room today, at halftime, the first thing we all said was how awesome we're playing on defense, and I think we've always said that's what's going to take us to the next level. So just building off of I felt like we put it together as a unit today, that what we've been working on. So I think just continuing to clean up the little details of that, but keep up the effort part and the scrambling around, and that's what I'm excited to see, is just keep building off that to reach our goals.
Awesome.
The team didn't shoot well on Monday night to your standards. How many extra shots did you guys get up with the gym throughout the week?
I know I put up a lot throughout the week, but I think everyone did, even staying up to practice. Everyone was always there. Even after shoot-around today, there was 4 or 5 of us in there, and we probably shot 150, 200 each. We were in there a lot, so yeah, wasn't going to let that happen again.
There's no secret as to why they're great shooters. It's not luck or genetics. Maybe in your case a little bit genetics. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.